Hi Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for June. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. And this is a general reading for any sun, moon, or rising Pisces, so we can get a sense of the messages and energies for you through awareness and guidance cards and possible outcomes, and a couple of oracles to also add additional information. Okay, so we have Temperance, the major arcana. We have the Three of Swords, and we have the Chariot, also major arcana. So Temperance is a word about being moderate, and it's about restoring the balance within your life and the elements within your life, your mindset, your mental state, your emotional state, your spirituality, and getting them all into a healthy place. And so Temperance would tell you to do things for your benefit and not to the extreme. Take the moderate path. Don't do things that are excessive. Be good to yourself and be mindful of your actions and what you're doing. And so Temperance is, again, it's finding harmony. You can see he's got one foot on the stone and one foot in the water. It's finding the balance between the physical and the spiritual state. And whether you have to relax, take bubble baths, go for walks in nature, write in your journal, meet a friend for coffee, do something that's going to help you restore balance, to restore equilibrium. There's a sense of healing here, of doing what you need to do to get yourself back into a healthy place. And often when we look at Temperance, if we look at the card that's next to it, it's an indication of what we might be out of balance in and what we need to typically focus on or direct. And here's the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is a card of, here it says sorrow. It's a card of sadness, of being hurt, feeling hurt. A situation, whether it's someone in your life who has hurt you, who has been unkind to you, perhaps said mean things. Could be someone you're dating who has changed their mind or is wavering, but there's a sense here that you are, those swords through the heart hurt, and they cause you pain. And when we feel pain, we feel suffering, we feel sorrow. So something within your midst has made you feel sad, has made you feel perhaps beleaguered or depressed. And on whatever scale it may be, it could be something big, like a partner delivering a hurtful message. You know, you don't give me enough time to spend with my friends. You know, you're just clinging too much. So there's so many ways that words can hurt within a relationship, or it simply could be that there is a loss that is hard for you to recover from. And Temperance would say, be gentle to yourself. Allow the hurt to process, allow it to acknowledge it, let it be present, and then ultimately you can start to move away from it. Because we learn from the pains in our life. We learn from these painful lessons. We grow, we evolve, we develop. And we are in a better place for the next time that it happens. And more than likely, it does happen. We get hurt along the way, not just one time, but probably several times in a lifetime. So the sense of loss here and a sense of sorrow, Temperance would be saying, do something to bring your mental state and your spiritual self back up, to raise your vibration. Focus on how great you are. Focus on your wonderful qualities. Do something that's going to help restore the positive balance within your life. And I feel that you're able to do so. Look, we have the Chariot card. For those that watch tarot readings, you know that the Chariot is an indication of success, of victory, of reaching a goal or a desire. It may not be easy getting there. Again, you have to navigate being pulled in two different directions. Here's the, looks like it's a cow, a black and white cow. You have to be masterful. You have to be skillful. You have to have the drive to be able to reach your goals. And sometimes maybe you, along the way, you have some bumps in the road, and you have, you get off track. But you're skilled enough and desirous, that's a word, enough to want to get back on track and to get where you're headed. So maybe your goal has been to feel better and to be more social, or to join a club of some kind or a meetup group. The Chariot is a card of success, a card of victory, and a card of getting your confidence back, getting your mojo back. Having your mojo, because why? You feel good. You get recognized for being able to masterfully control the Chariot and get it to your goal, to get it to success. So interesting, it's an interesting look here, because right in the center we have the Three of Swords, which is this hurt, sadness, sorrow that's on your mind. And Temperance is right here telling you we've got to work here to get everything back into balance, into harmony. You've got to find the harmony. Take time for yourself. Receive messages that are coming in. Trust your intuition. If you're able to do that, you're going to be able to acknowledge and to process and to put this in its proper place and move on. And movement and moving on is here present within the Chariot. Once you're able to move on from the hurt, you have success. You have reached the goal that you hope to reach for. So let's take a look at the numerology. We have 14, 17, and 7 is 24, and that reduces to 6, and 6 is about stability. It's about social consciousness or compassion, trying to find peace within your life. So to get a little more information for this reading, let's choose an oracle card. Self-acceptance. And that's a beautiful card. Self-acceptance is to be happy with yourself. And I think Temperance really supports that, as well as, the Three of Swords. Sometimes when we have this Three of Swords feeling, we blame ourselves. We blame ourselves for whatever the hurt happened. It was my fault why this person was mean to me. I caused that. And so when I see this self-acceptance card, makes me think that, be happy with who you are. Don't apologize for who you are. You are who you are. Accept it and continue to let your light shine. And, let people know who you are. Be happy with who you are. When we spend our time trying to be someone else, or trying to put on airs or pretenses, it has nowhere to go but down. You ultimately get found out. So why not just be accepting of all the wonderful qualities you have, and maybe there are a couple things you're working on too. We all have that. So I think it's a meaningful, and I think it's a, it's a pretty powerful reading for a Saturday, and I hope that you found something helpful here with this reading. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, or comment, and come back tomorrow for another reading. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.